episode 2 of Crime Crochet with Zay. That's me. I'm working on a dreaded slouch for a client of mine, and I'm also going to tell you about a serial killer that I'm sure you're not even aware of. Now, give me 5 to 7 minutes, and I'll reveal who he is at the end of this. Would you do me a favor? Can you like and share and comment too on this video, just so that I can bring you some more of these gruesome details as I crochet my way into your heart. You ready? Let's get into it. This American serial killer was responsible for the deaths of 17 women between 2000 and 2003. His case was notable not only because of the horrific nature of his crimes, but also because it involved a complex investigation that combined forensic evidence, advanced technology, and a chilling record of the murders themselves. Now, he was born November 25th, 1965 in St. Louis, Missouri. He grew up with a troubled background marked by a series of personal and emotional issues, but nothing suggested that he would become a violent criminal. He was always described as quiet, unassuming, and didn't raise any immediate red flags. He also worked low-wage jobs, including the food service industry, but lived his life mostly under the radar. Now, despite his seemingly ordinary existence, he was hiding a dark side. He had been arrested for minor crimes, including assault and domestic violence, but there was no clear evidence connecting him to any major violent acts. Well, that changed when the bodies of several women started turning up in and around the St. Louis area. Now, his crimes began in the early 2000s, and his victims were typically sex workers or otherwise marginalized, making them less likely to be missed by society or investigated immediately by the authorities. The victims were found in abandoned buildings, vacant lots, and other secluded locations, often strangled and showing signs of extreme violence. Now, what made it particularly disturbing is that he had the propensity to film and document the murders. He put them on videotapes depicting them in chilling detail. These videos would later play a key role in identifying him and his arrest. Now, though his victims were linked by their brutal deaths, their murders went largely unnoticed at first due to their marginalized status. However, law enforcement began to recognize the pattern in the killings, leading to an eventual breakthrough. The turning point came in 2002 when the body of a woman named Melinda was discovered. Her case was connected to a series of similar murders, all which seemed to be carried out by the same person. Now, these investigators discovered that the killer had been making disturbing phone calls to the local news station, providing cryptic clues about the murders. I don't know why they do that. Now, after receiving this tip, the police were able to trace these calls back to him. They linked him to a number of other killings, including those of women bodies who had been found across the city. Investigators also uncovered a murder map in his home. This map detailed locations where he had been disposing of the bodies, confirming their suspicions to be true. Now, one of the most significant pieces of the evidence that came in the form of a videotape that he made. The tape not only showed him torturing and killing women, but it also provided a crucial identification of his face. This, combined with forensic evidence such as DNA, fingerprints, geographic patterns, the murder solidified his connections to the crime. Now, on June 7th, he was arrested after investigators found enough evidence to charge him with the multiple murders. However, just days later, on June 10th, he was found dead in his jail cell. He had hanged himself using a sheet. Now, his death meant that he would never face trial for his crimes, and many questions surrounding those full scopes of the actions would never be answered. Despite his death, law enforcement was able to confirm that he was responsible for at least 17 murders, and the case remains one of the more chilling examples of a serial killer who operated largely under the radar. Now, his case underscores the risks faced by vulnerable population such as sex workers and how murders can often go unnoticed until it's too late. This case offers important insight into the nature of serial killing and how such criminals can evade capture for extended periods of time in the ability to hide in plain sight. He appeared outwardly normal and didn't raise any suspicions, demonstrating how serial killers can often blend into society without arousing any immediate red flags. Now, he was a man who seemed unremarkable on the outside, but harbored a dark and violent side on the inside that led to the deaths of many women. Now, his case is a reminder of the chilling capacity for evil that can exist in the ordinary individuals. It also highlights the importance of a thorough and persistent investigation in solving serial crimes, the potential for overlooked evidence, and the role of technology in modern law enforcement. Now, although he died before he could be tried for his crimes, his story serves as a disturbing example of the hidden dangers that can lurk in society, wanting to be uncovered. His case continues to be studied by criminal psychologists, law enforcement, and those who are interested in understanding psychology and methods of serial killers. His name is Maury Travis, and this is how far I've gotten in my slouch. What do you think? Please like, comment, and share so I can bring you more of these episodes. It's been fun with Crime Crochet with Zay. That's me. Bye for now.